Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Meat boy. How you betrayed me last time. Let's turn that down a bit. Only loud enough to hear the laughy War Master hands. What do you bounce? There you go. Last time, guys. Last time the Meat Boy dream died once again. I'm not happy with it. Not happy at all. That's okay though. It's I'm not happy with Envy on the first floor either. Envy, why you gotta show up? You've gotta be a dick on the first floor. God, Emmy, always killing the mood. Don't be you setting the tone of the mood for this run. I mean, the mood is gonna be kind of happy because we're gonna be talking about stupid shit in papers, which I saw today. Because my word, this needs to be talked about. Like, I've seen a couple of them, and you could probably go find like the ridiculous photoshopped images from some of these papers. But oh my gosh, I have to talk about this because today tops the cake. But we also I opened up this morning, so I also like did the magazines. I saw some other shit as well, and this is like kind of interesting, while even though slightly R-rated. So we'll start off first by talking about soup. Remember last week when like the episode Derp Soup, where I had like a cup of tomato soup and I was just like, this is absolute crap, it's just tomato water, it was horrible. Well, Soup, the vending machine guy, came back today and he had the chicken and the vegetable. It's like, why would I try the chicken and the vegetable? Tomato was horrible. It's like, well, you know, I'm going to be buying chicken because I've been on the road since like 5 in the morning, you know, changing all the vending machines and stuff, so we're like the last person on the round. Oh, good, 2 troll bombs, good stuff. So yeah, he's like, yo, I'm going to be buying chicken, so, you know, if you buy a vegetable you can compare, but, you know, I know you don't like tomato soup because tomato soup is wise, so got the vegetable soup right here. Which is now at kind of okay drinking temperature. Still tastes shit though. Yeah. Well, there's the story gone all together. Yeah, so I pulled it open and I was like, there's just powder. There's no vegetable. Where's like the little square chunks of carrot and the peas and stuff? It's in the vegetable soup. This is just vegetable water. I mean, I'll admit it tastes a lot nicer than the. Oh, that's a shame. But yeah, I admit it tastes a lot nicer than the it's a spacebar item. Let's re-roll it. Yeah. Sure. Oh, you know what? Come this way. No, hold on. Both of you come this way. Oh, wow! Did you see that guy's AI? Bang! Exactly what I wanted to do. That was perfect. So we got a battery, a bomb, and a spirit heart. We'll leave the spirit heart till the end of the floor. Maybe we'll want to go to the shop because of this? I don't know. Possibly. Bob's brain. Thank you. I want to save you for the boss. We'll save that battery as well because we may want to re-roll the boss item. It's Dingle. Go on, fire in. Nice. Good Bob's brain. Good Bob's brain. So we'll kill Dingle, and now that we've actually got a boss, which will take a while to finish the soup story, before we move on to the insanity of some of the stuff in the magazines and the papers. So, you know, he's like, I'll have a chicken, and honestly the chicken one tastes the best. The chicken one tastes really good, but the vegetable's just vegetable water, but it's okay, and the tomato's just tomato water. So I don't know why those two are crap, but the third one is fine. So we're just gonna be having chicken in the vending machine. So, you know, listen to the story, kids. If you can see the chicken soup or the if you can see the vegetable soup, tears upgrade plus tarot card, eh? See what's in the shop. But yeah, if you can see it, the vegetable soup doesn't have any vegetables mixed into the powder, don't buy it because it's just vegetable water. It's garbage. You don't want to do that. We've got 3 bombs. Secret room's got to be here. So, you know, I bought it. I'm gonna... Excuse me, that's not the secret room. Oh, Okay then. Alright then. So I bought it, I'm gonna drink it, but it's not that good. Yeah. Excuse me. That's the fucking herbs. Maybe I shouldn't drink it. Christ. You know what, let's not drink the vegetable soup. So I'll use one bomb here to maybe find the secret room. I think it could be here. Nope. Alright. Sparrow, how are you going to you fucked yourself. How are you going to get 5 cents for an arcade if you can't use tits. Yeah, that's the whole reason you wanted that bomb. Now you won't get an arcade. Well, shit. Maybe the tower card will be the tower card that we desire, or we could get a single penny. One of these poops, please. Single penny poop. Single penny poop. Nope. Alright then. 2 diamonds? 2 diamonds? Yeah! Alright! Done Sir Online Heart for a second there. Yeah! Alright! Woo! Link, let's do this, Mario! 2 diamonds. 8 cents. 5 cents. No. Can't buy anything from the shop. You may want an arcade to spawn. So! Let's move on down to the next floor. Spirit Heart in tow. Deal with the devil. Prevalent. Let's do this. Oh, and the item room right off the bat. Exactly what I wanted to see, because now we might be able to get a second reroll if this item room is garbage, which would be fantastic. There is a boss trap room, so I'm hoping the arcade did spawn. So what's in here? Oh god, yes, we are definitely wanting to reroll what is arguably the worst item in the game, and just is the worst item in the game in my opinion. So let's go get a reroll for that, and then we'll reroll, we'll show the seed, and we'll move on to the magazines, because the magazines and the papers need to be thought about. Like, as I say, I've had, hey, thank you Bob's Brain, I've had this on the back burner for a while, like, oh, is it, there's some stupid stories, but then everything today, it's like, yep, that takes the cake just a little bit. Alright. Money. Won't blow you up. Okay. Fair enough. Let's reroll this, get the seed, and then we'll talk about magazines. We might as well take Samson's lock, seeing as we haven't got anything else. And we'll be on our merry way. So I'm going to hope that there's 6 rooms for the D6. Reroll, Maggie's bow. It's a passive, HP up, plus you feel healthy. That is great, that will keep us from, I think Maggie's bow is it the wafer? Sometimes? Oh no, what, half hearts become 1 hearts and full hearts become 2 hearts. So SMRG, Super Mega Rocket Gun, HY2W, Hyper Iramir 2 Warriors. So SMRG HY2W if you want to play along at home. And we're gonna head over this way, head over to the boss, hopefully get a reroll before the end of the floor, so we can reroll the deal with the devil. If it is bad, oh, don't give me blank rooms, please don't give me blank rooms. Blank rooms are bad for business. Hope you realise that. Oh, brain. Oh, fuck. Right, we can't take any more damage. That's bad. I may want to, since rock there, I've got no bombs. I may want to hold off for a second on, there's not going to be another 5 rooms, we'll just fight the boss. I may want to hold off on the magazine story for a moment, because I've got to concentrate just a little bit at the amount of bullets that are coming in from 2 Monstro 2s here. I know they have less health, but definitely don't want to end up taking red heart damage for our deal with the devil, so don't jump and just like get hit, thank you. So that's 1 Monstro dead. The equation is now so much simpler. Do you see that Monstro gain a load of health back? Screw you, other Monstro, you can't just do that. It's against the rules. Either way, you're dead. Bob's Brain, don't do it. We get more HP, and I'll deal with the devil. rotten baby, which I will pick up just to set deal with the devil precedent. This rotten baby's okay. We'll pick this up. And then we'll check in this last room. Hopefully find Wrath. I would love to fight Wrath for a load of bombs. Hey Spyro. You should have hurt yourself in that devil room. Yeah, I know. Or I can hurt myself in this room. Because we want to go to the boss trap room anyway. And there is hearts on the ground. Wow, nothing. Alright then. Alright, darling. That's how you want to play. I'm fine with that. Let's go. Sure. I was hoping more for a bomb. Bomb would have been fantastic. Now we've got to do the worst thing of trying to fight the two bosses that spawn without getting hit once, and with Bob's Brain. That may be just a little bit difficult. Take the pill. Okay, so luck upgrade. I was hoping for maybe a Balls of Steel pill. But it was not to be. Monster can kill us in one hit. Those big bullets will kill us. So let me just we can bomb our way into the shop. No, you can't. You've got no bombs, Spyro. So let's just focus on making sure we don't die in this room, especially because Bob's Brain is back. Oh god. Oh god. Oh. Larry Jr., please. Please, Larry Jr. You don't understand. Okay, let's go rid of one, Larry Jr. That made the equation easier. Especially now that Bob's Brain is out of the way. Perfect. Wasn't scared for a second. Ignore that. That is just a video that's finished rendering while I was recording this. I wasn't scared for a second. Okay. Let's look in the shop, head down to the next floor, and we'll get the magazine story on the way. Now, I maybe want to buy a bomb. I don't know what I'd want here. So, there's a battery which we can't buy. And there's a pill. And there's a bomb. I'm gonna buy the pill. In case it's Balls of Steel. Not its Tower Pills. Oh. This equals 2. Yeah, this equals 2. Should we? Do we dare? Fuck it. I know there's like 2 full hearts in the boss room. Wow! That self-sacrifice room is absolute garbage. I don't ever want to play one of those ever again. That is just ridiculous. So, what would one bomb attain us? Would it just attain us money? Let me look at the situation before I buy this bomb. Yeah, we need 2 bombs to make this work. Is there a way of getting 2 bombs? No. We'll just buy it anyway. Just so that we have a buffer for the next floor. So, like, if we can get a tinted rock right off the bat, then we can easily just, like, get a Spirit Heart to protect our deals on the next floor. You know, that half heart will equal 1 full heart. I'm sorry, I've got to try this again. I've invested too much. I feel like I've walked on the spikes so many times. I've got to try this. Come on! I'll do it. I'll do it. Wow! That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That is just garbage, Ed. I see why nobody plays those rooms. I see why nobody plays those rooms. You're a garbage man, Ed. Making garbage things. One more. One more! One more! Because we'll get 1 heart back and then we'll be at 3 hearts going down to the next floor. I'm okay to have 1 empty container. 1 more, Ed. 1 more. Fuck you. Just gonna see if we can get a black heart then. Oh, we did. Ooh, we did. Okay. So we'd have... more. Wow, all that for a stone chest. I feel kind of betrayed. I feel pretty betrayed at that. We did get a luck upgrade, so I'm okay with it. Like a luck upgrade, was it worth all that damage for a luck upgrade? Debatable, very debatable indeed. Well, at least we're going down with a black heart to protect us, and this will equal another heart. So it might have been worth it. Luck upgrades means we'll get a lot of chests and consumables though, so when we get down to the chest, oh, the chances of Steven are phenomenal. So I'm completely okay with this. So on the topic of magazines, I was in work this morning. It's just gone 12 o'clock. Oh, thank you. This is where it all goes right. But I was in work at 7 o'clock till 11 o'clock. It's now 12 noon at the time of recording this. So, you know, I've basically, like, commuted home, which takes about 15 minutes, and then wash my hands to get all of the horrible, like, money blackness off your hands, because money is pretty dirty, especially if you're handling it for, like, 4 hours straight. So, you know, all this stuff did commute to an hour, and obviously I finish at exactly 11 o'clock, so you've got to take that into account as well. So I am recording around the right time. But anyway, so I was in work this morning because I got the morning shift. I am the one that like puts out the papers and does the magazines and such. And I was doing it with a partner today because there was two of us in, because it's going to be lottery night, and usually the lottery day is quite busy, so it's like one person will put out the stock from the back room and one will do the till, or operate the till. Anyway, we got all the magazines, all the papers in, we put the papers out, and we'll come back to the papers because the papers are a longer conversation, the magazines are a shorter one. But oh, that was a perfect Bob's brain. But we were doing the magazines, and there was two magazines which were like the topic for us to discuss now. One really cool, one just goddamn exploitative, and it's like, holy shit, this is kind of ridiculous that this is the kind of lengths. Ooh, that's pretty good. I like punching bag. This is kind of ridiculous, the kind of lengths that people will go to just for a bit of poontang on the video. But oh wait, why have we got a reroll? Because you took punching bag and you said punching bag's good. Yeah, let's do it then. Go to Junior. Don't like Go to Junior. Yeah, Go to Junior's going to attack punching bag. Go to Junior, attack punching bag so that I can line a Bob's brain up. Go to Junior, work with me. Work with me. That's like the worst thing. Gerda Jr. is going to be like the hardest. Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's exactly what I wanted. So we have a reroll for a deal with the devil. Should we get one? I doubt we'll get one because we took one on the last floor. Let's just deal with Good J for a second, and then we'll finish off. There you go. Deal with the devil. I don't think so, but oh yes, yes, Krampus. Yeah, kind of figures. Kind of had that feeling. But luckily, we have a reroll for Krampus's head. Should Krampus decide to drop his head rather than the lump of coal. So we'll just get rid of Krampus, see what he has to offer, and then we'll finish off our magazines. Coal, head. All right. Well, this is why we did it. Krampus said. This is why we brought a reroll in with us. Reroll. Dart Bum. He's great. He's a good friend. I love it. I love it. All yours, Dart Bum. I'm content with this, and because I've got Maggie's bow, I'll only need like half the normal hearts just to heal myself back up. So I am fine with this item. What are we got in here? Blue Mat Battery. I would like to purchase both of those. Probably not going to happen, but I'd like to purchase both. So we'll certainly be looking to collect some bombs, find the secret room, make that happen. And there is a curse room that we haven't been to yet. And I will probably try and get a reroll ready for the curse room, just in case there is like a guppy's head or spacebar item from the devil room in there that we don't want. So now that we've got our game plan and we're just continuing as normal through this floor just to explore everything we need to explore, we'll get on to magazines. So obviously, it's not worth it. So obviously, with any magazine firm, any news agents, you're gonna have porn magazines, which is obvious. And some of those were coming out for the new editions, and we saw one which had a free DVD with it. And now let me just point out, this is why I just can't believe the ridiculous amount of money people will spend just to play with Dangalang when you can get it free on the old internets. So we saw this DVD, and first of all, the magazine was £6 for my American viewers. That's pretty much $9. So you get $9 for this, like, what, 10-page magazine? Because you're not buying it for the magazine, you're buying it for the DVD. And so you're paying $9 for this DVD, and we saw this DVD, and oh my god, that is fantastic. Not gonna re-roll that at all. Not at all, my friends. No re-roll required. Contract from below. Perfect. So we did lose a black heart, but I'm okay with it. Now, with Contract from Below, I think it's worth blowing that chest out of there to open it, and then we'll use the telepills for I Am Error Room. So, right, let me just give me a second here. We need to kick this in correctly, so kick it in. I can get that. Yeah, Poison Shell, that's better than Samson's Lot, which just seems to do shit all for us right now. Okay, and one bomb for the secret room. We're going to take a gamble and say it's here. It's not. Alright. That's fine. What's in the shop for 5 cents? Do I need a spirit heart to take down with me? Yeah. No, this is the first floor. Cave 1, yeah, we should save our 5 cents for to make an arcade on the next floor. I'm sure Dartbomb will hook us up anyway. So yeah, we saw this magazine, and you're paying $9 for the DVD, because the magazine's only like 10 pages, like, oh, you can talk to these ladies on a chat line. But the DVD was the interesting bit, because we saw that the DVD was advertised to have a movie on it, and we were like, that sounds really stupid and dumb. And because the magazines are going back, and basically any crappy tat, the people that, like, sell the magazines don't want the crappy tat, because they recycle all the magazines and the papers, so any, like, plastic packaging, DVDs and shit just gets chucked away. So we were like, we'll take this DVD and send it to the Cinema Snob, because, like, the Cinema Snob reviews, like, Z-grade porno flicks, and it'd just be hilarious to see him review this, but we'll watch it once to see how incredibly ridiculously bad it is. Because remember, this is a free movie, so it's obviously going to be low quality for a start. So you've already got your low quality from the fact that it's pretty much free, and then it's like trying to ape a popular movie, and that's just a recipe for horrible birdemic disaster. So the movie in question, the movie that was supposedly contained on this DVD was I'm trying not to say Red Heart Damage to get a deal with the devil, but the film that was contained on this DVD was Iron Man 1 XXX edition. So you would the film, because it did have a little description on the back, the film was where, oh Christ, the film was where obviously I'm assuming she is a rather popular porn star, a famous porn lady was going to be playing the role of Teresa Stark, not Tony Stark, Teresa Stark, and it's basically a porno version of the Iron Man. So she would have the thumbnail image on the cover of this free DVD was basically an Iron Man, so you know, like the Iron Robot suit with giant metal boobs. And it's like, that looks... Don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move. Thank you, Ron Baby. Oh, come on. You really managed to shoot in? Well, Legos, I'll deal with the devil chance. That's fine. I'm annoyed. But yeah, so it was a giant... It was like the Iron Man suit with giant metal boobs. And it's like, this looks so incredibly terrible. It'd be so funny to see the Cinema Snob do this, because that's his thing. But we'll watch it once to see how ridiculously terrible this could possibly be, and it's probably going to be pretty bad. So anyway, we took the DVD off the front of this magazine, and it said additional unlock may be required, and it's like, what's that mean? But anyway, you can't see the back of this DVD. Like, you can't see, you know, because obviously it's showing you the front cover to make you buy the magazine. You can't see the back of this DVD. And when you look on the back, it's like, holy shit! The DVD it's basically like on-disc DLC. Like, the DVD has the movie in it, but it's locked behind a paywall. And like, you literally can't access this DVD unless you first of all put it in your computer, so it's probably got like 20 fucking viruses on it. That's a start, because you can't do it via the TV. So you have to put it in your computer, and it'll ask for this pin number thing, which you have to call the sex line up and get this pin number. And then when you put this pin number into like basically the little window that pops up, it burns the film onto the disc, because the disc's blank. I don't know how it works, but that's basically what it was saying. Now, you may think that that's fine. It's like, oh, well, you paid for the magazine, and, you know, you may have to go through some extra tap to burn the film onto DVD. Now, well, there's a reason for that, you see. And the reason is that I'm kind of pissed off that I hit myself with the explosion, but I'm okay that I found the secret room. Yeah, we'll come back for that. So, I need some red hearts so I don't die. But yeah, the reason why you have to burn the porn film onto this blank disc that they give you is because the film costs £10 plus the actual charge for calling the sex line, and that comes up to £13. So that's, I'll just convert that for you, my American viewers. £13. Let me look at the live stocks. I've got the stock market on my phone. Live stock rate. Oh, that's good. I like it. Alright, the live rate is $18.92. $19. So not only have you paid the $9 for basically a blank disc and a 10-page call sex line numbers. I can never get through this room without getting hit. But yeah, not only have you paid like your $9, your £7 for this shitty magazine, but then you've got to pay an additional £13, $18 just for the privilege of having the movie. And that's like, holy shit. So adding that together, that's your 13 plus 6, that's £19, which is about $30. You're paying $30. Ooh, you're paying $30 for a... I may just use this on the next floor to prevent myself from taking red heart damage to get a deal with the devil. But you're paying $30 for a porn film, which you could probably easily find on any pirate site. And you're paying $30, basically, let's face it, to play with your ding-dong, when you could easily look up any free porn of Xtube to play with your ding-dong. And it's like, wow, you're charging. And magazine companies, because there's other companies that are like, why is our stuff not selling? I'm kind of glad that I hurt myself, because we managed to get into this boss room. Now, obviously, this boss room is very dangerous because Bob's brain can blow up and kill us. So, I would prefer to get some hearts. Mega Fight could also kill us. Maybe it might be prudent, Spyro, to use this security room. Well, I'd like to... Oh god, Mega Fatty, don't stay in the air that long. I'd like to maybe... I'd I'd maybe like to get down to the next floor just in case there is a curse on the next floor. Mega Fatty, don't jump that far, you piece of shit. Garbage. Please, Mega Fatty, just die, Mega Fatty. Just die, just die. Bob's brain's back. Mega Fatty! Okay, Mega Fatty's dead. Is it Mega Mao next? I think it's Mega Mao next. Stay back. Kill little Dingleberry. Stay the hell back. Because it is Mega Mao. Mega Mao can make fire. In the bottom corner. It can't hit you in the bottom corner. When you're in the bottom corner, you're safe. Yeah, just attack that thing, please. Yeah, just attack Punching Bag, please. That's fine by me. If you attack Punching Bag, I'm okay with that. Ah! Oh god. No, get in the bottom corner! Get in the corner, get in the corner! Camp in the corner. Camp in the corner. Mega Mao's dead. Okay! No hearts either! I've got to go to the shop. Shop. I need some hearts, please. Shop. One friend. Those hearts in the boss room I am going to have to take. Sorry, one friend. So let's go to the shop and see what we can purchase. We can buy a lot. We can only afford a few of these things. So we're going to buy this. We're going to blow up this guy and the donation machine because maybe we want to buy that battery. Oh, we revealed the secret room. I'm okay with that as long as it's got money in it. It has 3 cents in it. So we're gonna buy the battery, and then we're gonna blow it up again, and buy a heart, which will heal us for 3. And I think that was a good use of our money. We'll go to Curse Room, just see if there's an item, and we'll head down to the next floor. We're at 32 minutes. So yeah, it's like you're paying $30 to play with your ding dong when you could get that shit for free on Xtube. And, like, magazine companies wonder, like, oh, we've put all this stuff into like, because there's gaming magazines that do it. We've got a gaming magazine where it's like, you can play a demo, but you can only play a demo if you, text us and then pay, like, a £50, oh, sorry, not £50, a 50 pence charge for us to send you the demo to your computer. And it's like, you could play, like, a full indie game rather than, like, charge for the demo. Stop charging for the demo. The demo is supposed to be free. I remember when demos came free on magazines. That's ridiculous. And the other thing is, like, the magazines in question, the porn magazines in question, it's all just your standard shit. It's just like, man has fun times with a woman. You know, it's like, I'm not, like, knocking the man having fun times with the woman. It's, you know, that's what people are into. But I mean, like, you know, despite the fact that they're charging you so much for the film and the crappy magazine, it's just your standard stuff that you've all seen. Even you kids that are watching this, no, Dark Mum, even you kids that are watching this will have found, like, channel 932 on Sky and found the shitty porn channel, and you'll be like, hey, look, let's watch some porn because our parents are out. Yeah, but it's not real porn, it's just your standard free shit that you get on Sky. So yeah, we're going to use the gas to get ourselves a spirit heart, just so that we don't full screen it, Spyro. Well, that's a good time to take a pause, just in case full screen crashed the recording or fucked up the recording. So I will take a pause and we'll get on to the next set of papers. But, you know, it's like, it's your standard stuff. Let me just finish this little rant here. It's your standard stuff, and that's all you'll ever get. And all the magazines, like, every week, every time we change the porn magazines, every week the cover and the inside is always the same. It's just like, it's just your bog standard stuff. It's like, people on the internet nowadays and people around the place nowadays have all these weird fetishes. Some of them, yeah, okay, some of them are fine, and it's like, that's not hurting anybody, that's not too bad, you know, like, There's people have got like the furry fetishes where they want to have sex in animal costumes. I mean, any furry fans watching this, that's no offense to the furry fandom. This is just like me having a rant on porn. It's like, you couldn't like have a furry fetish and you can have sex in fursuits, and obviously you can just go onto like a furry porn site and watch that because that's your thing, that's your fetish. If you've got like a sock fetish, that's kind of like normal, I guess. That probably would appear in that magazine. But you know, if you've got a sock fetish, you can go like watch it about socks. But I've not seen any socks on the covers of them magazines because socks aren't sexy to the general viewing consensus. So it's like everybody has all these different fetishes, and you could go watch those. I mean, like, some of the fetishes are just like fucking weird, like that's just fucking wrong. Let's not get into vor and scat, that's just like horribly wrong. But you know, your standard fetishes that people have, like bondage, there's not even any bondage in those magazines, and you know, bondage is the most common one. So it's like you're paying $30 for bog standard shit when you could go onto the internet and find your specific likings and your specific fetishes for free. It's like, and you wonder why you're failing, magazine companies. As I say, it's not just the porn industry. There is the other industries, like the gaming magazine, which charged you 50p to play a demo. When I remember like a whole 5-hour demo of Duke Nukem, even though the game's like 20 hours long, a whole 5-hour demo of Duke Nukem came free with the PlayStation magazine at one point. Free! So I'm going to take a pause just to make sure the recording is okay, because I full screened, and then when we come back we'll continue through the depths and we'll move on to papers, because oh god, the papers I've been wanting to talk about for a while, but the papers today, oh, they're just so funny, and they've topped themselves today. So 1 second. So yeah, moving swiftly on to the papers. Now I'm back, now that thing's just saved. Don't worry, the full screen didn't affect anything. But now that oh, watch out. Oh no. I want to keep that blood bank alive. Ron baby, somebody do something. Ron baby, are you on a timer? Are you on a timer? Yeah, go over there. Perfect, that's kind of perfect. And we're storing up a second reroll for our boss room, which we'll be making our way over to, which is great. So, moving away from magazines to papers. This is the funniest crap in the papers, and I'm happy that this paper exists, because there's basically 7 major papers over here. You know, all in all, we've got like 12, 13 papers, but there's 7 major papers over here, which are like, Forget Me Now is good, but it's just a shame it appeared too early. Scorpio is great. I'm not going to reroll Scorpio. So you've got your 3 business papers, which are the Times, which is like the Times is, I think, a worldwide paper. I think everybody, like even America and Australia, I think everybody has the Times because it's to do with the stock market, and you know, the entire world has the stock market. I know it'll be printed in different languages for places like Japan and Spain and stuff, but I'm pretty sure when I've been on holiday to like Spain, I've also seen the Times because it's like the stock market. So, but you've got your 3 business papers, which are your Times, your Independent, and your 1 second. Your Times, your Independent, and your Telegraph. And they're the papers that all of the high class people buy. Those are the 3 that the high class people buy. And I'll take one dart bomb, you can have the other one. There you go. There you go, buddy. But yeah, so everybody buys them. They're nothing special, you know, that's not what we're here to talk about. Then you have your 2 papers that nobody ever buys, and they're just like in the middle in this horrible like limbo, because they're not the high class papers for the business people, but they're not the low class papers for the common folk, which are can the boss really be this way? Can it go down? I don't know. But yeah, so they're just like in this horrible limbo and nobody ever buys them. But then again, one of them you wouldn't want to buy anyway, because oh god, one of them is just depressing as shit. And it's like, every day, every single day we put the papers out, there's always a new depressing fucking disease thing. Pretty fly, hey, 2 pretty flies, that's fantastic. But there's always like some horrible disease thing that will kill you. And one the other day was like so puerile and stupid. Did you know, guys, that sleeping contributes to your death? Because every time you go to sleep, and I know this is kind of morbid, and I don't want to be morbid, but I have to show you one as an example. It's like, if you go to sleep, every time you go to sleep, this is what the scientists say. This has been, like, researched, and scientists have had to research and figure this out to make this conclusion. But every time you go to sleep, your body shuts down at night, and every time you sleep, you put yourself 6 to 8 hours closer to death. Well, yeah, no shit, that's been happening since the beginning of time. It's called entropy, where eventually all of our mortal bodies just decay. Not only from the fact that our bodies shut down every night, but from, you know, other things like age, because our bodies are not made to, you know, endure the ravages of time, because we do not have an immortal body like death. We are not a skeleton. You know, death's a skeleton. Death can live forever because his flesh is already rotted away. He's just bones now. Yeah, and bones, you know, like the dinosaur bones last forever. But our fleshy bodies don't. So that's inevitable, Mr. Scientist. Thank you, Darkbomb, for that Spirit Heart. Thank you for the pentagram. That's a fantastic upgrade. Saying, what you got for me? I don't like either of these, but we've got 2 rerolls, so we can, like, do whatever we decide. So, we're going to buy both of these, just so they don't show up on the chest, because we're going to basically take 2 devil items, and hopefully we can potentially here become Guppy in one fell swoop, and we still got 4 HP anyway. So, we've got 2 rerolls that we can use, so we'll use 1 reroll. Missing page 2, Sister Maggie, I don't like either of them. And we'll do another reroll for Whore of Babylon, which is a yes. Hopefully we can trade the rest of these hearts away. And ceremonial rolls for a damage upgrade. So I would be looking to trade some more hearts away to you in the near future, Satan. Thank you for your dealings. We still need to go to that curse room over there, so we'll make our way over there. But yeah, so it's like, yeah, no crap, scientists. Sleeping can kill you. Yeah, everything can kill you. I get it. Like, this paper is like... Just imagine if Limbo and an emo and a goth had a 3-way and they made like the most depressing ass child they could. It is like so damn depressing, and it's like, wow, no wonder nobody buys you. That is just so bad. It just makes you feel like you want to die. So yeah, apparently everything in the universe can kill you, and we all move towards entropy. Yeah, that's hard-hitting research there, scientists. So those are the middle papers. Those are the papers that are like not high standard enough for the business people to buy, but not low standard enough for the common people to accept. And they've just got depressing shit in that nobody wants to hear about anyway, so nobody buys them. Then you've got your 2 common papers, which are just like, oh, did you know that David Beckham scored a hat-trick today, and did you know that Posh Spice sung a song? Also, Jeremy Clarkson's thinking about leaving Top Gear because he punched the director for not getting a steak, or, you know, all like that. I don't know why I'm blowing up these skulls when we're on full health. That was a kind of silly idea, wasn't it? But yeah, so that's your common paper. And then you got this one paper. This one paper, which is the bullshit paper. And I don't know... I don't know if they're trying to be serious or if this is a joke. It's the cheapest paper for 40 pence, and it's... I can't even describe this paper. It is magical. It is magical how this paper operates. Boss Rush is already gone. But it is magical how this paper operates and the logic that this paper operates on. And if they're trying to be taken seriously, then I don't know. I don't know who you are, like editor, writer, reporter, I don't know who you are, but please, if you think you're going to be taken seriously with this, please keep doing what you're doing. Because every story in this paper is pure and total bullshit and insanity. And it is beautiful what they come up with next. So, one, I won't spoil the one that's today. Alright, I won't spoil the one that's today. And we'll even go on Google. We'll take a quick a trip over to Google here. Because we'll go on to Google just so I can find this picture to show you all. Because this was one that was the other week. So... Black wolf. So, there was an image that was released the other day in the papers, and it's a shame because I can't see it right now. Let me try putting in giant crab. Let me just try this. This is the only one I'll try. There it is. So this is Blackpool, okay? This is the industrial part of Blackpool, right? And now, this is the image that they got. They put like this tiny ass crab, and if you zoom in, like there's a full analytical of this, but if you zoom in on this thing, it is photoshopped, obviously, but somebody took this seriously. Somebody took this crab off Blackpool Pier seriously, and it's like, I know there's big crabs. It's like, here's a crab that's, you know, as big as this guy. It's like, look, I've got a giant crab. These are big crabs that we catch for research. And it's like, yeah, that's fine. I get there's a couple of big crabs, but this is 150 foot. Look, it's bigger. Let's get the zoomed in one. It's bigger than a goddamn boat. It's the length of the pier. And somebody at the newspaper took this shit seriously. They were like, dude, there is a 150 foot crab off Blackpool Pier. It's real! It's a real 150 foot long, 20 foot high crab. There is a Godzilla crab off Blackpool. Just off the coast of Blackpool, there is a Godzilla crab. And they were like, oh shit, this thing's real. Okay, like, listen to me, Mr. Papers. listen to me, Mr. Papers. If there was a giant crab... Yeah, have you got a heart for me, bum friend? We're missing one. Sure. If there was a giant-ass crab like that just off Blackpool shore, there would be hundreds of videos of this shit. Like, there would be kids with their iPhones recording a giant-ass crab scuttling around on the surface or scuttling around underwater. There would be scuba divers trying to research this amazing creature. And also, Blackpool water is not as clean as that. Like, Blackpool water is scummy as shit, so you would have never actually managed to get a picture of that clear water. So, clearly the crab is on the top layer. That was bad of me. But yeah, clearly the crab is on the top layer, and it's bullshit. But they made like a full 2-page argument that this crab was real. They made a full 2-page argument that this crab was real, and it was like literally going to come out of the water and crush Blackpool. And it was just fantastic to read. It was magical to read the levels of disbelief and the levels of fantasy that this paper can bring. And it just cheers me up so much to know that. Why are all these little horns running away? What the hell's going on here? Little horn, what the hell? I haven't got fear shot. What the hell's going on? Whatever. Well, we got a contract from below Key Judgment. There's a lot of keys, so maybe at the end of this floor, once we've gone. So that was the one that the other week was. And as I say, if the story exists on the website, I'll try and find it. I don't think it's going to exist anymore because it's like last week's news and they only like have a week archive. 2 key judgments, okay, that's interesting. I mean, we're going to be going through pills like keys like crazy to open up the shop and everything. PhD's great. But yeah, so it was just like madness to see, wow, you're really doing this. And the one today tops it all. The one today was beautiful. Like, I am jealous that I lack the talent to come up with stories like this. Because any old fool can make a bullshit story. But to do it and to write it in such a way that leaves you wanting more, like this paper does, it is a magical gift. So again, I'm just gonna go to Google here, and oh god, please let this be. Please let us be able to find this. Oh, is it not put up yet? Because it's just today's paper and they won't put it up till like 1 o'clock because they've got to like digitize the paper. Oh no. Oh, maybe I pressed it wrong. Oh, can't see it. Can't see it. Is it on their page yet? Sunday Sport on Twitter. Yeah, there. So look, you can see it. Hamster Spock. You see the hamster with the pointy ears? You see? It's beautiful. So, rodent grows Vulcan ears on the night of Nimoy's death. That's the real thing. So I will tell you what all this little article says. So I just want you to look at this caption for a minute. That the hamster grew pointy ears on the night that Nimoy died. I want you to look at that caption for a second. Right, now that you've looked at that caption, I will now tell you the full story. I will tell you the full story, and it is fucking, again, it is just so damn magical how the writer of this paper can make insane stories like this and make me want more. It takes true talent for you to write bullshit and for people to want more bullshit. So, as you heard, this little girl that you saw mere moments ago had a hamster which was just a normal, regular hamster, and she was like, she had this hamster for 2 years. It was a normal hamster for the first 2 years, and everything was hunky-dory, everything was completely fine, she loved the hamster. But then, when Leonard Nimoy died, it all changed. When Leonard Nimoy died, her world was changed forever. Why, you may ask? Because, obviously, the hamster grew pointy ears like Spock, and when like, watching her hamster, it can do the thing. Like, hamsters have, I think it was born a mutant, or it's a different breed of hamster, but it's a hamster with 4 fingers, and it can do the Spock thing, that hand signal there. Like, it's got 4 fingers. You see, like 1, 2, 3, 4. You might just be able to see the 4 fingers, but she was watching it, and the hamster looked at her and did the Spock hand thing, did the 4 fingers. Obviously, it hasn't got a thumb, but it did the 4 fingers, and she was like, "Mommy, mommy, the hamster did the 4 fingers," and the parents saw this. This is a story, by the way. Like, this is not like me making this up. This is what the editor has wrote. So she was like, "Mommy, mommy, the hamster can do this," and the parents saw this. Oh, we're just going around in a loop. But the parents saw this and, you know, reported this to this, allegedly reported this to this paper. And after further investigation, after getting an animal whisperer, you know, like one of those people that can speak to dogs, except it wasn't a guy that can speak to dogs, it can speak to hamsters. After they took this hamster to an animal whisperer, it was discovered that the dead soul of Leonard Nimoy has inhabited this hamster. Leonard Nimoy, Mr. Spock, has been reincarnated as a hamster. So, you know, kids, don't worry. Leonard Nimoy's not dead. Leonard Nimoy was just sick of his human body, so he cast his human body aside. Can't believe I'm saying this. So yes, Leonard Nimoy cast his human body aside to live out his dream of being a hamster, and the ghost of Leonard Nimoy, the soul of Leonard Nimoy, did not depart for heaven or the afterlife or whatever you may like to believe. I'm not here to question that, but Leonard Nimoy's soul did not depart for the afterlife because it wasn't dumb. It was like my throat's getting dry, I need a drink. So yeah, the hamster said, the hamster spoke, the hamster said to the hamster whisperer, to the animal whisperer, the hamster said that it had had fun as a human. It had learned so much and it had loved being an actor. It was a great experience, but it was not yet ready, but Leonard Nimoy was not yet ready to depart to the afterlife. As he always dreamt, he always wondered what it would be like to be a hamster. To be a hamster rolling around on a hamster ball and, you know, roll around on a wheel. It was his dream, apparently. It was Leonard Nimoy's secret dream to see what it was like to be a hamster. So his soul... Black Candle's pretty damn good, we're going to take it. So his soul could not yet depart this mortal realm. Not yet. So I'm going to buy the battery just to make sure we've got a charge for a deal with the devil. But yeah, so Leonard Nimoy's soul could not depart this earthly realm just yet, because it needed to live out a life as a hamster. It needed to see what it was like to be a hamster. And then when his hamster life is over, maybe then Mr. Nimoy will depart for the heavens. But not right now. Right now, Leonard Nimoy's ghost is inhabiting the body of a hamster. And it's just... no. But yeah, so it's beautiful. It is beautiful. Bombs are keys. Yes, we will use bombs are keys. I was going to blow you up, but if you're going to pay out with red chest, which could have a guppy item, I'd be all over that. I'd be all over that. You don't look like you're going to pay out, though. Or you paid out with a golden chest, which is the only thing we can open. That and another golden chest. Well, hopefully you'll give me a key back, because I'm going to blow you up. You didn't give me a pill. Here's up. Good pill. So yeah, Leonard Nimoy. Whatever you thought about Leonard Nimoy, you were wrong. You were completely and totally wrong. Leonard Nimoy is not dead. He didn't depart for the heavens. He is inhabiting the body of a hamster because he just always wanted to know what it was like to be a hamster. He just needed to know what it would have been like to be a hamster. You know, some people might have said, well, you know, it's his personal life. He could have dressed up as a hamster and, like, got a giant hamster ball for himself to roll around in. But, you know, no, that's the logical solution. That's what I would do if I wanted to see what it was like to be a hamster. If I had a hamster fetish, I would certainly be dressing up as a hamster and rolling around in a giant hamster ball, but... nope. He didn't want to do it the common way. He didn't want to go buy a hamster suit. He wanted to literally possess the body of a real hamster, and so he did. So, Leonard Nimoy, if you're watching this, I don't know how you did it. I don't know what kind of bargain or deal you made with death to not take your soul to the afterlife, but instead to put your soul into a hamster. But I'm glad you're still around. Oh, I'm glad you're still around with us, and I can't wait to see Star Trek: The Hamster Generation. Can you please tell like Captain Picard and all of the others? Oh no, you weren't with Captain Picard. You were with Captain Kirk. But yeah, can you please tell Captain Kirk and everybody when they die to please inhabit the bodies of hamsters so we can have Star Trek: The Hamster Generation? Because I would be upset if I could not see Star Trek: The Hamster Generation, knowing that you know how to make a deal with death to put your soul in the body of a hamster. And for the hamster to take on physical qualities of your character, so the hamster has pointy ears and the four-finger hand gesture. And that's why I love this paper. And you know, you might be like, Sparrow, that is just stupid. But that is it's so good because in like a time of misery and just sheer horridness, like the amount of depressing shit, not just from that other paper, but from like, that was bad. But not just, I guess we can get rid of Pinky Eye now because we got like 100% poison shots with Scorpio. But yeah, like the amount, the sheer amount of joy that paper can bring, because like the Times today was benefit price it or benefit taxation freezes, and whatever was being discussed was not good. It was like very bad for the economy or bad for like the actual citizens of the countries that they were referring to, because it's not. Oh, we've got no bombs yet. Because it wasn't just England that was having like a benefit taxation freeze thing. There was other countries that were having this, and it was like bad. And then like the Mail obviously has some new disease that's going to kill us. It's bad. And then there was not Richard. There was Jeremy Clark. Well, I was stupid. Then there was Jeremy Clarkson being a stupid prat, punching a guy for not getting a steak. And that's so goddamn petty. Like, the guy said, you know, he was like, I like a steak. And the director said, they haven't got any steak. I'm gonna have to get you a cold meat platter. You know, this director at least got him some food, and he's like, fuck you, and just punched him in the face. It's like, wow, you're a dick. And that's just depressing to know that dicks like you exist in the world. For punching a guy because he got you food. It wasn't the food you wanted because the food you wanted wasn't in stock, but he still got you something, you ungrateful piece of shit. And that is depressing news. That is like depressing news that a guy got punched because he got a guy some food for free. Like, he bought Clarkson his meal and he still kicked off. That's depressing news. The fact that we're going to die one day is depressing news. The fact that the benefit price climate thing is frozen, it's depressing news. And like all of this bad depressing stuff in the world can get you down, and all you gotta do, it's like, oh, look at all this bad crap going on, and then all you've gotta do is you just gotta look over to the sport, and there it is. There is always something on the sport that'll cheer you up. There is some ridiculously fantastical story of fantasy that just will be so absurd, like the giant crab or Spock coming back as a hamster. There'll just be some story so completely fantastical and absurd that you can't help but like smile at how ridiculous it is. It's like, wow, this is complete and total bullshit, but it was so well crafted bullshit. Like, it was so well done that I can't be mad, and it was fun to read, and it's cheered me up. It's cheered my day right up. Not to say that I was depressed this morning, I'm just saying, like, it's just cheered my day up to see this silly crap that you're putting in. So, sport, if you're trying to be serious, it's not working. Those stories that that 150-foot crap that you believe is real, just keep believing it's real, guys. Just keep believing it's real. Keep doing what you're doing. I don't want you to make a serious paper. This is the paper that brings happiness to people's lives. Please, please, just give everybody joy and happiness. What the fuck hit me? Ah, Dark Bomb. You made some red spiders. Fuck you. Wow, that was a terrible deal with the devil. But yeah, so keep doing what you're doing, guys. Keep doing what you're doing. You want to believe that 150-foot crab is real? You believe it, as long as I can see insane stories like that. It's like a paper written by myself, except I lack the talent to make stories like that. Like, I could make a bullshit story. I could make a story that says, I'm looking out my window right now, and the trees are growing bigger because ants are real. And that sounds like a good story. I couldn't write it, though. I could say, yeah, well, the growth of the trees and the fact that a root is rising out of the ground would tell me that the trees are alive, and it's like, Sparrow, you're talking bullshit. But this paper talks bullshit, but talks it in such a way that you're like, don't ever change. don't ever make if you ever try and make a serious story, now just leave that to all of the other papers. Like, I'll look at the headlines of the other papers and see what crap's going on in the world, like, you know, sleeping brings us one step closer to the grave. Yeah, we get that, that's depressing, but I'll look at the papers and see what kind of crap's on the front pages. But sport, don't ever change. Please, don't ever change. I need to see. It just brings joy to people's hearts. You put a smile on people's faces with your stories of fantasy, and there is a full suite of all of those. So yeah, sport newspaper, please do not ever change. Please make these fantastical stories. And you know, maybe it's like Gravity Falls. Maybe the sport is actually Dipper, and Dipper knows about all of this secret shit, and we're all just like the Seuses and the regular people. I can't really think of any regular people in Gravity Falls that don't know about the secrets. I don't know. Like the teenagers, I guess. But yeah, it's like, maybe the sport's right. Maybe we're just all of the teenagers and the regular people in Gravity Falls, and the sport is Dipper and Mabel, and there really is a 150-foot crab. There really is a hamster that has been possessed by Leonard Nimoy. Maybe we're just all the ignorant ones and all this stuff is true. It'd be cool if it was. So, you know, sport, the main point is, sport, you bring a smile to people's lives. Just keep doing what you're doing. Don't ever change. Don't ever try and write serious stories. Your stories of fantasy, or truth, they could be true. There could be a 150-foot crab. I told you, it could be like Gravity Falls. Maybe we're all living in a world of giant monsters and possessed hamsters, and only the sport has the journal to tell us the truth. Only the sport knows the truth, because only the sport has the journal. So, you know, please just keep making these stories of fantasy or fact, but don't write a serious story. You know, you can try and make it sound, because they do, like that hamster thing. They're serious. They really believe that there is a 150-foot crab. They really believe that hamster is Leonard Nimoy. So, you know, don't ever try and write a serious story. Please just believe in this stuff that you believe in, because it brings a smile to my day, and it brings a smile to many other people's days. And hilariously, that paper is our best seller in the shop, because people like to, because like we're in a village, and you know, everybody's happy. It's just like, I don't want to know what I don't care about when I'm gonna die. That's ages away. You know, even like the 80-year-olds are like, I've still got another 20 years in me. It's like, yeah, that's 20 years is a long time. That's ages away. We don't care about the depressing shit here in the village. We care about smiling, and that paper makes us smile, and it is the most bought paper in the shop. Sport, I have to say, daily sport or weekend sport, I don't know what the paper's called, because like they have a weekend edition and a midweek edition as well as the regular edition. So you'll get like the Saturday and Sunday sport, which are those particular days, but then you'll also get like a weekend sport which has just some extra bits of tat in it. So yeah, the sport, daily sport, midweek sport, weekend sport, whatever your proper name is, sport, don't ever change. I love you. All of the people that come into the shop love you. Keep making these fantastical stories. Whoa, I've never seen Mom do that before. I got a little bit scared. But yeah, so sport, keep doing what you're doing. Everybody loves you. And with that, the papers, please. Newspapers, please. Tangent is over. We advance up to the cathedral. We are nearly done with this run. But it was a good run. I don't care if this run lasted an hour. You had to see that 150-foot crab, and you had to see Leonard Nimoy hamster. You had to understand just how fantastical that paper is, just how ridiculous the stories can get. And honestly, they're some of the more down-to-earth stories. They are truly some of the more down-to-earth stories. which is just amazing. But I mean, like, I can believe, I'm starting to believe some of the stuff that the sport says because of one other magazine that came out today, which was the new edition of New Science. And like this magazine is serious. Like, it is really a serious magazine, and it talks about high science stuff. Like, some of it is beyond my comprehension, I'm not gonna lie. Like, when they were talking in last week's edition about the Large Hadron Collider and element 42, the God particle that can literally make matter out of nothing, so you know, you could have the building blocks of life. And then they were saying, like, oh, the building blocks of life are... That's actually really good because we got PhD. But, you know, like, the building blocks of life are not just to do with the God particle, because the God particle has different molecular structures, and even though the God particle is literally one atom, element 42, despite being one atom, is made up of, like, 157 million different atoms, because it's that complex. It's because, obviously, if it can create matter from antimatter, so if it can create substance from nothingness, then it can't just be a single particle, because it has to have the particles of, like, every single element in the world. So, like, if you're going to make wood, then it'd have, you know, the molecular structure of wood. But then if you're going to make water, it also has to have the molecular structure of water. So, like, element 42 has to have the molecular compounded atom of every single element in creation. Like, even like dark matter and all that other stuff that's in space, it still exists in our universe. So element 42 can... No, we're not fighting this room. I'm sorry, Envy. We're never going to fight this room. It's just a big waste of time. But yeah, so it has to have every single atom of everything in all of creation. And that's a ridiculous... That's just an incomprehensible notion. And they were saying, like, the molecular structure of element 42 is, like, 172 million billion. It's like this one atom has 172 million billion small atoms of different compounded molecular structures within it, and they've come up with, like, this whole crazy system that explains it all, called the Scasis paradigm. And, like, if you can crack the Scasis paradigm, like, you literally have control of the building blocks of the universe. If you can unravel and crack the Scasis paradigm, you are God. You can make whatever you will, because you have cracked this ridiculous molecular code, and you have the very like elements, the very Lego building blocks to every single thing in all of creation, and things that haven't even been created. Because you can, with the power of the Scasis paradigm cracked, you could put electric into a mouse and make Pikachu real. Because you've done it, you cracked the Scasis paradigm. So this magazine, you know, I can understand that. That's my basic understanding of it, and I can understand, like, what that means. That this particle has a lot of other particles inside of it, and if you can unravel that particle into its base molecular structure, because I am a little bit smart, and if you can unravel the base atomic structure of this one particle, then you become God. That's the easy way to understand it. But when they start saying about the exo something, it begins with an X, I can't even pronounce it. It was like 26. It's like anti-establishmentarianism. It's like a really long word. But when you start, like, going in depth about exobotic nanite, it's like you've lost me. You've completely lost me. All I know is I'm taking Polyphemus, and then I'm going to take Polyphemus, and I'm going to re-roll everything else, even Spider-Bite, to try and get Steven, and we'll take a pause. But yeah, it's like I can understand the very basic thing of there's a particle, it has a lot of particles in it, and if you can get all of the particles unraveled, you become God and you can make what you want. It's like, yeah, that's fine, that's my knowledge. But then you start going, oof. But the issue that came out this week was to do with like random chance and Issac's random chance, so it actually now fits into the Issac topic. But let's just take a quick pause. And we're back. So, the new edition of this magazine that came out today. Oh yeah, we got 2 rerolls. Reroll again. Cards, we might as well take it for a second. Use it. We're on the moon. That would be helpful. We've also got 48-hour energy, so we're just gonna use this again. Reroll. Reroll. Come on, Stephen, and reroll. One of those was Stephen. One of those was Stephen. We'll search the entirety of the chest to get you, Stephen. I believe, Stephen. Say I believe, people. You get it. It's just money. You. Give me an item. Give me spiders. Whoa. I like the Polyphemus. That looks cool. So, yeah, the new edition of New Science that came out today was to do with random chance. And it's like, can you, is evolution and everything else, like, is everything in this universe truly random, or is everything in this universe really random? And can there ever truly be random? Which, no, the short answer is no, there can't. Because I was reading it, and I always read New Science. Oh no. Bad chance to sneeze! Don't sneeze when fighting a boss. Because, especially a boss that's got leapers. There you go. One leaper hit me while I was recovering from that sneeze. It's gonna happen. But, yeah, so, it's like, can anything be truly random? The answer, of course, is no, it can't, because even if I said to you now, pick a number 1 to 10, right now, do it. You can't pick one randomly. Because the second I said pick a number, you already thought about a number you wanted to pick, so it wasn't random. You know, you can say I picked it randomly, but it wasn't truly random because you had to think about it. For even if it was just for a split second, you still had to think about it. So, well, okay. I don't like the fact that we're getting a lot of double cages, gates, whatever they're called. So you start to think about it, so nothing can be truly random. However, everything that is supposedly random can be broken down into a set pattern. And I'll read like one bit, because the bit that interested me was evolution, and it kind of ties into something that my friend was talking about. A lot of people, if you're like Icy Blade or Obsidian and you're listening to this just as a podcast, you'll know who I'm on about. But my friend, which a lot of my friends know as Phone Guy, because like every time I'm talking to them, he'll ring and he'll stay on the phone for like an hour, and they'll be like, oh my god, this guy, he's just like constantly on the phone. So they know him as Phone Guy, so I see it's Phone Guy that was most interested in this. But to anybody of my close friends, like Paul, who is probably watching this, or at least listening to it, or Natalie, who's watching this, or at least listening to it, it's James Betts. So, James Betts, also known as the Phone Guy, depending on who you are on the internet, fly. So, depending on who you are, is interested in this, and it's like, if James is watching this, I doubt it, he's got too much stuff on his plate, he never watches these videos, but if he is watching this, then he'll be pleased. He'll be very pleased to know this, but I'll read you, like, I haven't bought it, but I'll tell you, like, the damage ups, they're pretty damn good. Maybe you want to start re-rolling these, but there's 3 items, and 3 items are better than 2 for fucking Stephen. Damage up anyway. Okay. We'll get Stephen, we will get Stephen. You got anything for me, Dark Bum? So, the scientific one was every carbon-based life form has a set genetic makeup, and their bio-neurological genus follows a specific set of electromagnetic chromosoids. You know, it's all big words, and you're like, what the hell do all these words mean, you know, separately? And, you know, separately, yeah, those words are probably very complicated, but really, in terms, they're just trying to, like, make it sound fancy. But when you break it down, it's like, I don't know what chronomatic impulse in the genes is. I don't know what the hell. It wasn't chronomatic. It was something that had the word chrono in it, though. It was like chronocytonic. Go look it up. I would dictionary it, but we're nearly at the end of this run, so I've got to wrap this up. But yeah, it was like chronocytonic. I don't know what the hell chronocytonic means. But really, it's just all fancy words, and if you ignore the words and just like replace the words with your own, it's very simple. It's like very simple to understand what they were talking about. So, apparently, any carbon-based life form, so whether it be human or animal or plant, any carbon-based life form has a specific evolutionary pattern that it follows, and it can follow it in one of three ways. And depending on how the environment and stuff is, it adapts and changes to its environment, which we do. We evolve, that's obvious. But it's not so much how we evolve, like, you know, we've evolved from cavemen. Cavemen like eat raw food, and then like the Ice Age people cooked the food, and then we realised it was a little bit cold, so just after or during the Ice Age and after the Ice Age we started to learn to put clothes on ourselves. You know, that's like obvious evolution. Now the evolution they're talking about is X-Men evolution, and it's actually like possible now, right in the present, to do it. And it's partly genetic, but you can influence it. And what happens is, to the best of my understanding of this, is that the chronocytolic genes or whatever inside of you are the genes that can spark drastic change under extreme conditions. So, like, for example, this is the example they use. So, for example, like, if you lived in a house, if you're very comfortable, a lot of people live in a house. If you lived in a house and you were all... We should take trickle charge, get more rerolls. If you lived in a house and you've lived in a house all your life and you've had central heating, it's all nice and warm, then you got thrown into the Antarctic, chances are you might die. Like, you're going to die now because you're not used to, like, minus 50 degrees cold. You're a dead man walking. However, there is a chance. Experimental treatment. Blue Baby's only friend. Alright, let's pick up Blue Baby's only friend, because we're going to be re-rolling that 3 room. Let's pick up experimental treatment. Let's just try and knock shit out of the rotation at this point. So this 3 room is still going to be our re-roll target, but we're just going to start picking stuff up to make sure it doesn't show up again. And hopefully, Steven will come. Re-roll. This isn't the beanie. This isn't the beanie. Yeah, so, like, if you were thrown into the Antarctic, you'd be a dead man walking, you're dead. However, under very, like, rare circumstances, because, like, most animals, including humans, are programmed to survive, like the basic survival instinct, if you were thrust into that extreme condition where you would have a good chance of dying, and, like, you didn't want to die, your survival instinct would kick into basically overdrive, and your chronocytolic genus that's encoded into each cell of your body would rapidly evolve to give you basically an X-Man power, so like Iceman basically. So, you know, you would go and it would pretty much be Iceman, like you would turn to ice so you wouldn't get cold again. So, like, for example, you would be in the Antarctic, you're about to die, but then you go to sleep, and, you know, it's never a good idea to go to sleep in the snow, because, like, apparently that's the worst thing you could do. Well, you know, you'd have to sleep sooner or later you'd fall asleep. Well, you know, you'd go to sleep, and while your body is in, like, a shut-down state, it basically installs an upgrade and reboots you with this upgrade. So it's like, oh, I'm going to freeze to death in the Antarctic, and I've been awake for, like, 5 days straight now, and there's no survival coming, I'm gonna die. And you can't, like, accepting it, but you're like, I don't want to die, I've got a wife, I've got a family, you want to get back, and you've still got that survival instinct. Then you go sleep, and your brain is like, holy shit, this guy's gonna die, and you don't want to die, because he's got, like, this crazy survival instinct. He's still got a whole life ahead of him. Got to do something. And it sparks, like, your brain then sends electromagnetic pulse through your entire body, basically electrocutes you. And it wakes up the chrono cells, or the chrono genus in your cells. And, you know, you'll wake up, and you'll wake up basically blue, covered in ice, or made of ice. And then you'll survive. And then you'll, you know, when you get back to your house, it'll switch off. When you get back to your house, it'll, like, switch off, for example, because you're back in the warmth. But if you ever go back into the cold, or if you're ever going to, or willingly know you're going to enter a cold position, like, when the temperature drops so much, like, you won't have control over it like the X-Men, but, for example, like, you're in the Antarctic, you're made of ice, you come home, you're normal, but then when you go, like, to winter time, so you're normal throughout the summer, for example, but when the temperature starts to drop in the winter time, your skin will start to turn blue again to keep you safe, because the chrono genes in your body have already been activated and advanced your molecular structure to basically keep you safe from the cold, because the survival instinct was stronger than the dying instinct, basically. Now, I'm not saying that that's, like, 100% true. You know, you can't just will yourself to survive in the cold, and because, you know, there is a good chance that you probably will still die. Let's be honest here. I don't want to pick up chocolate milk till near the end. Let's be honest here. There's still a good chance that you're probably going to die. But on the rare circumstance that will happen, that you will survive, you will live. And if that situation does occur, may want to kill Lust actually to get like a poison touch, which isn't a spacebar item. I mean, it's uncommon. Oh shit, we did it, so we can pick that up. Make sure that doesn't show up again. But yeah, so it's not common that you would survive, but it might. And because you now have that, mutant ability, when you have sex and have a child, that mutant ability then gets passed down. And it gets spread around like the cold, and then everybody has that cold resistance thing. But obviously, some people might not have gone into the cold. Some people might have, like, had to go into extreme heat, like into a furnace or something. Neville? Parts before we use it. Well, we're not getting another reroll. Oh well. No Stephen for us this run. So yeah, it's like, you know, other people might not have been in the cold. They might have been in a completely different scenario. That's the key, fight Megastam. That was right, okay. But yeah, so you know, some people might have been in the cold, other people might have been in like extreme heat. So like when they start to feel the cold, they'll turn red to warm themselves up because they've got the fire. So X-Men is actually possible, and how they were explaining it, it's actually possible to do it, you know, to have a rapid jump overnight. And like, there are people, you know, in the swimming Olympics and stuff that can hold their breath for 6 minutes. I can't hold my breath for 6 minutes, but they can. I know Stan Lee did like the real X-Men thing, but this is the science behind the real X-Men thing, and it's not like, you know, oh, you can never like turn to ice, because that's just a fake superpower where your skin would turn blue to protect you from the cold. No, your skin turning blue to protect you from the cold could be a real superpower if your survival instinct required it, or if your basic molecular structure needed that extra stuff in order to survive. So, yeah, X-Men could be real, and X-Men could be walking among us. So that was the paper and magazine episode. I don't think we talked about a single thing in Isaac, really. I hope you enjoyed the episode, though. I hope you enjoyed listening to these fantastical stories from the sport newspaper and this interesting science of the building blocks of life, and the fact that you too could become an X-Man or X-Woman. I'm not discriminating if the right set of conditions were met. So, thank you all for watching this episode of Let's Play the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Our quest for Stephen still continues. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to leave a like. If you enjoyed the series and you can't wait to see more and hear more of my insane babble, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see all of you in the next one.